like this.
Do you know that academically, Cuba has a lot more to offer than just medicine, nursing, engineering? Have you heard about social communication? On today's show, I have a special guest, and she's a communication student. She's here to tell us about her life and experience living in Cuba, and also enlighten us more about communication skills. And so, I present to you Senna. Hi, Senna.
Hello.
A very pretty girl too.
Thank you. My name is Sena Anita, but I mostly use Senna because I really feel like it identifies me a lot
Okay.
in terms of whatever I do. So I prefer Senna to Anita, but of course there's still my name.
Don't worry, I'll use
Yeah.
Senna throughout the show.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
very happy to have you on my show.
Same
Everything Belby, right?
Same here.
How is school?
Well, that's a brave question, but
Yeah.
it's complicated, it's exciting, and it's everything.
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 Everything is the
Yeah.
word. Like everything Belby.
Right.
How many years have you been
So-
studying communication skills in
I
Cuba?
think March will be like my third. Yeah.
You've done so well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I know
Not
it's
a lot
not
of
been,
effort.
yeah, it's not been really easy, but you've done well for 3 years studying communication skills, especially in Cuba. It's not easy. So what time do you guys start class? Can you take us through your normal daily routine?
Okay. Sure. I'll just start from this semester that we just passed by. It was just from like 8 to 1 p.m.
Okay.
But before this semester, like first year, we had a full whole like a day, complete day throughout
Completely, like,
8 to 6.
Wow.
That was first year, and that was I think the most
that's really
difficult.
tense.
Yeah, it's very tense. That was I think the most difficult I've ever had. Yeah, that was just theory and stuff. So
And you're reading communication skills, social
Yes,
communication.
social communication, not the
Medical
skills.
students don't even spend 8 a.m.
I'm
to
sorry.
6 p.m.
This
Wow.
is communication. It's broad, so
Okay.
like you're just doing a
Okay.
lot of things that
Okay.
things like
And so
that.
how do you cope when things get really tough for you?
That
do you
is that is a dense one, a tough one. I mean, you never recover. That's a fact in communication. You never recover. But for me, I'm somebody who's very, very attracted to nature.
Oh wow.
So I really, if I really need to get out of any space that's not healthy for me, there is just this place I normally go, Puente Escondido.
I don't know. What do they
It's
sell there?
it's more like a camping site.
Okay.
So you,
Okay.
my friends took me there, and then that helped me relax a lot. Yeah.
Talk about friends. Friends
Yeah.
from class or
Yes, friends. Particularly this semester, I made some very good friends. I was just there, and then one invited me that they were going out to this Puente Escondido if I wanted to join them,
That's great.
and I did. I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this up. Probably it might be good.
At least a good
I
start.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you deserve that because after a very stressful day, you need
I
to
do.
find time for yourself.
that I
You
did.
understand? Alright, so how is class really like? Do you guys also study in Spanish like other schools do?
I mean, of course, yes.
Yeah.
You are in a country that literally speaks Spanish as their first language, so obviously, class is going to be in Spanish. Besides, I'm mixed with the Cubans,
Oh.
so
Yes.
of course I have to speak in Spanish. That's why I took a full year for Spanish.
Yes, I think we did the same too.
Yeah. So that prepares you enough to kind of go with the flow of
That's true.
education. Yeah. That's
But then
it.
in my class, I have a lot of Ghanaians.
Oh, that's
When I'm
nice.
speaking with you,
Yeah.
you know, we speak like we are doing now. It's be in English
Yeah.
or Chi. So what am I saying?
That's awesome.
But you know, I want to know how many Ghanaians you have. I want to know how many Ghanaians you have in your class.
Sadly, I'm just the only one. I'm
Wow.
the only person.
That's muy caliente.
I know.
So I think you should be good in Spanish now because you know having so many Cubanos in your class. Then you should be a pro.
I mean, I want to be, but like, I really want to be, but nah, I'm just basically. I know what Spanish is to get me through the day, get my marks, get to interact with my classmates or the teachers. Yeah, I got that kind of Spanish, but yeah, that's as far as it
I
goes.
get you, girl. I get you, girl. Do you
That's
face
how far it
any
goes.
challenges in school? Do you have any issues of racism because you're the only Ghanaian in class?
Well, that's a very delicate topic. I mean, most of the times I get this microaggression from my colleagues and even teachers. So, I mean, the most recent one I recall was we're about to close one class in particular, and this teacher was like, every year that I meet students, I kind of study them from afar, and then I have this perception about them. I would like to talk about them or know who they are. So from his perspective, he was trying to kind of tell us who he thinks we are. So this teacher actually gave everybody stuff, and then when it got to my turn, he jumped over.
Wow.
And went to about 3 other people right beside me, and then he came back to me and was like, I didn't see you.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, you didn't see me, that's fine, I'm okay. And then he was like, he made a comment that really got to me, but I didn't express it. He was like,
wow,
I think for you don't know what you're doing here, you just follow the crowd.
He said that in Spanish?
He said that in Spanish, and everybody heard it. So like the whole room kind of froze for a bit.
Wow.
Because everybody understands when you say something like that. So when he said that, I was like, clearly that's your opinion, and I respect your opinion very much, but it's not my truth.
You said that to him?
I didn't say that to him, but that's something I internalized.
Okay.
Because I know me, and I know what I've given up to be here. He doesn't know a quarter, like a tiny bit. He doesn't know anything about
That's
me.
really a lot, Senna. You're going through something.
That's a lot, actually.
That's really a lot.
Because it dents on you mentally, psychologically. You're going through it, and then he does it in such a way that everybody's aware. So like you're forming an opinion in their minds as well. So they only relate to you in that form.
And he's a teacher, right?
He's a teacher. That's the sad
I believe
part.
he's the only one doing that. Do you have more teachers doing that to you?
No. To be specific, that was that class. But there are other interactions I've had that they were really racist, like really. But there are other teachers that are really, really good and uplifting. The past 2 semesters, I really had one that like opened up my voice in a way I would say.
Wow.
Because she was like, you don't speak Spanish that good, but I want you to express your opinion in English because she understands English.
So Senna, what is your learning strategy at the moment as compared to your former ways of learning?
That's really a good one. It really is a good one. For me, I've been one of the best students in my area before here. So learning just naturally comes to you. You just need to listen to the teacher at a time. It was in English.
Okay.
So I'm a student that like listens to the teacher. I really don't have to do like background work or like anything. If I pay attention carefully, go home, read once, I'm good.
Wow.
But we are talking about Cuba, a language you have no access to until you got here. Well, so you guys are able to like come together and study, and that's probably because you're put together in a residence, or I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
That's one very important factor that you guys have access to. I don't.
Oh.
Probably those I have in my Becca, they are very few, but they are not in my year group, or those that are in my year group, they are not always available. Okay. Sometimes I text some of my colleagues to be like, can you help me with this, so that I understand? They'll be like, yes, I'll help you. Then they later
disappear.
So I have to develop studying by myself, trying to help me out. So that is one thing I do.
Yeah.
But then I was told by a friend to get access to more of the teachers than the students, because it really worked actually. Okay. So when I have a confusion or something, I just go direct to the teachers. And then my personal form of studying, which I do, that's basically what I fall on to help me get through.
Alright. So guys, welcome back from the short break. We are here. I'm here again with Senna. Let me take you back to what you said before. You said you loved nature. That's why I brought us here. You see the trees and the plants and everything. You love it?
That's cool. I love it.
I hope that you will enjoy this environment.
I'm enjoying it.
Okay, so Cuba is a beautiful place.
I agree.
You agree?
I do agree with that.
So even though you've already mentioned that you go to the park, that was what you were saying before. I believe there's a lot you've done.
Of course.
I mean, at leisure.
Yeah, of course.
So could you take us through what you've done? I mean, your leisure time?
Sure. I mean, if I'm not going to the beach with my friends, although I don't know how to swim, but I love
You aren't alone.
I love that place so much. playa, as Cubans call
Yeah.
it in Spanish.
Mhm.
It just gives you this refreshing
Yeah,
I don't
feeling,
know,
vibe.
you know.
Mhm.
So for me, I go there to relax, enjoy. I'm just gonna be at the what do you call it, the shore.
The shore.
Watch those who can
Mhm,
swim, and then I'll just be there like, okay, let's
Yeah.
play with the sand.
But where really have you been to? Which beach have you
I
visited?
think I visited Santa Maria.
Santa Maria.
It has this
Uh-huh.
variant blues.
Blue.
One part of the sea is just like cyan.
Sena. It's not only Santa Maria. Baradero.
Of course, I've been to Baradero.
Okay.
I've been there like 3 or 2 times. No, it's 3 actually. I've been there like 3 times already, and it just gives me like
A very wonderful, refreshing feeling.
if there is a chance I could stay there.
You want to stay at the beach,
I want to be there.
like at the shore.
There.
You want to live there.
There. I mean, Cuba is safe already, so like I just want to be there.
All
Nobody
right.
cares.
But they really have beautiful beaches. Of course, I'll give
and
them
there
a
is
class
one
for that.
at Guanabo. It's not that far. You just take the A40 and then you get there.
All
I think
right.
that's the last stop. Yeah, there is.
But have you visited Cayo Coco? You know, I made a video, guys. You're listening, right? I made a video.
Right,
I went to Cayo Coco, I think 3 weeks ago, and it's a wonderful place. They have
I actually
lovely
saw your video on that.
Yes. You should visit. Don't just watch. Go visit. It's a very beautiful island. Okay, it's an island. Yeah. So what are some of the cultural differences that are really unsettling with you, and the interactions that you've had with the Cuban people?
Well, I mean, that's really a deep question.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are cultural nuances that can be very delicate to talk about or like have this discussion around. But specifically for me, I'm from literally a background. You're Ghanaian and you'd attest to this. We are just calm people. Like when we are talking to you in a very respectful manner, we are our tone and then our inflections are very like basically calm. But then you come to Cuba and then the whole story is switched on you. So for me, I think that something that really bothers me a lot is sound. When people are talking, I want to be able to like understand what one person is saying at a time, then focus on the other person, giving a space for everybody to speak up. But then it just switched.
Everybody talking at the same time.
Everybody talking at the same, and it really gets to me because I'm struggling to understand the language. That's very important. Then there is this other part. You know, Cubans are very relaxed to certain activities they do. They're just like, I'm talking about time. They're just relaxed about everything. So their conduct to certain things, you want to like, can we do this? And they be like, no, esto no se hace. No sé qué. And I'm somebody I just like to get things like
done.
But they're like, no, I know, and it really gets on my nerve. But I can't go like, so I'm just like, oh, God. But okay.
I believe if you have a lot of Cubanos who encourage you to do what you want to do, that gives you a very positive vibe. But imagine them telling you, you can't do, no puede hacer eso, no se puede hacer eso.
That is actually something, it just actually hinders you from like engaging as well. Like it really does, for me personally speaking, it really does, because like I want to bring ideas on board. Like I want to share your experience, share mine with me. But then they're like, nope. No, so then it makes me like, okay, you know what? Just do you. I'll be here, watch, and then we get this project all done. We submit. That's it. So I really don't engage when I have to, or like, unless you invite me to like engage with you, I'm really willing to do that. But if not, I'm on their job part.
Have you ever had any bad experience? You know, we are humans and we all have, you know, human rights. But has anybody, you know, tempered with that right that you have?
Well, I mean, yes, of course. And it's not very pleasant. It's very sensitive. I've literally faced all the worst things I could possibly face. Yes, in school, in my building where I live, sleep actually, and even outside of these spaces or contexts. So for me, one particular incident that I remember very vivid, because I still have the mark on me as we speak.
Wait, you have a mark on your skin?
I do have a mark on my skin. Right, I hope
here. It's a sensitive place.
It's very sensitive.
Oh,
here.
That is sensitive.
Yes, like
very sensitive.
Sensitive. Yeah.
What happened?
There was this time I was on my way to school, and then I think somewhere around August or September last year, I was on my way to school, and I hung my bag closer to where I was standing, and then there was this woman taking my phone.
Where it happened in?
It was in the guagua,
Oh.
in the bus. And unfortunately for her,
Mm-hmm.
the phone made a sound.
Okay.
So I turned and her hands were already
In the
taking
back.
out
Oh
my thing.
God.
I was like, woman, what do you think you're doing?
Wow.
And so I took my phone back, and then I where I was standing initially,
Mm-hmm.
I had to move out from there and then stand at a different place.
Mm-hmm.
But then I came back to take a picture of her
Mm-hmm.
just for evidence sake.
You did that? You took a picture of her?
I'm studying communication, anything, everything, need
Wow.
evidence. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to take a picture of her just for future reference or
Evidence.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then this lady started yelling or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then she left where she was sitting. So I actually left when I took the pictures. I
You
left,
went back to-
and then she went to stand in front of the door
Mm-hmm.
to open, and then I don't know what happened. Then the Cubans were telling her that I'm taking a video
Okay.
of her.
Mm-hmm.
So she walked towards me in the car in the bus, and then she grabbed my hand,
Oh my God.
trying to take the phone, and
Oh
all
my
my
goodness.
attention was on the phone, trying to protect the phone.
Okay.
Unfortunately for me, I didn't grasp enough to like defend myself with her.
Okay.
So she actually beat me blue black.
She bit you in the guagua.
I had this braided hair, and so she held it. It was tied up, and then she held it and bit.
She assaulted you.
She really assaulted me.
So what did you do from then? You went to the police?
Well, I went to the police first. Was it the police? No, first I went to the hospital to get my body checked. And this is something I don't think anybody should go through.
Not at all.
Yes, of course. I'm a foreigner. I'm
Mm-hmm.
a student.
Mm-hmm.
But then I went to the hospital and I'm like, I've got this person bit me in the breast.
Oh my
Can you check it
goodness.
out for me? They were like, well, this is nothing. I'm
Really?
like, are you trying to use the skin card on me now? Because I can feel the pain. You can
Were
literally
you all
see-
alone?
I was alone, actually.
No one went with you?
There was somebody who went with me. That was a
Mhm.
guard from my school.
Mm-hmm.
He went with me because the other people were busy and all that. So he went with me. And that one I even had to beg, like, can you please? Because I didn't know how to like.
Did
get
did they
the
see the
person.
woman try to steal your phone?
They saw her.
And why
the funny thing is that there was this man who was seated right beside
he
her.
saw?
He saw me.
He
And then
did?
he was like, he actually said he saw her taking. I'm like, why didn't you say anything?
Mm-hmm.
But like, at least if you're not going to say anything, make a sign so that I know somebody's doing
Exactly.
something.
These things
They didn't
happen.
say,
It happens in the
yo, la
guagua.
vie, la vie. I'm like, la vie? You saw her, but you didn't say anything. You didn't do anything.
And they
it's
actually
just not
told her that you
fair.
were taking a video of her.
Of
They did
her.
not even
And
defend
that-
you.
And the funny thing was that when I was able to grasp my phone very well and I was
Mhm.
about to attack her as she was
You want
attacking
to attack
me,
her too.
girl,
Hi, Senna.
I have to defend myself. Come on,
Mhm.
it's self-defense.
Okay.
That was when Cubans knew
Mm-hmm.
that they had to separate us. When she was beating me and all this
Well,
whole
then it
thing,
was a fight.
it was a fight. Come on, I'm trying to save
This
my life
is
and my phone.
interesting. Well, girl, you
That
gone
was
through a
when
lot.
Cubans actually came in to save this lady.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's sad that I've
Yeah.
come to this resolve that I'm not
Mhm.
trusting.
But I hope you've healed. You're healing. Or
You
you're already
ever get over this mental thing? You
No.
try to
Okay.
heal.
Mm-hmm.
You try to heal, but then
Mhm.
once a while, these flashbacks come in.
Yes.
I'm always looking off my shoulders like,
Yeah.
I'm always in that attack, panic,
This fear. Uh-huh.
always constantly in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very conscious that I need to get it out of myself. I don't have to dwell on it for so long. But
But
then
physically,
you can't just,
Mhm.
it doesn't go away.
Yeah, mentally it's still there.
It's still there.
But physically you're fine.
Phys-
I hope this is the only challenge you've gone through because this one is really, really, really severe.
I wish I could say that
Okay.
this is the only one I've been through.
So there's more.
Girl, there is so much more.
Okay, would you like to share or something?
Well, I'm over it, so I can talk about it now.
So wait, you took it to the police station. What
I
happened
did.
from there?
I actually did take it to the police station. I waited for like a full day without anybody attending. Then later I had to go and come back. And then that was when they took my statement.
Mm-hmm.
Till today, I have not
Till today?
received any
But
notice.
you've been
or-
there to check up on them to see
Yes,
if,
I have been.
and they tell you
But I've given them the evidence, the videos and the photos. Nothing up till today. Yeah. And there is actually an incident from my Becca. Someone stole from me.
again. So now what's going on with you?
I mean,
People keep stealing.
I'm not even that. I'm not. Never
From
mind.
your room or where?
Yeah, from my room where I was actually staying. I had to move out actually because of that incident.
Okay.
There was this girl that took my stuff, and then I was like, you know what? You took it. It's okay.
You saw her take it.
I didn't see her take it, but the things were actually gone. It was meat and stuff, and then it was in her fridge.
Okay.
So where are the meats?
Maybe somebody went to take
No,
it.
she had the key because she told me she was gonna come
Okay.
and open the door specifically for me to go get the stuff.
Okay.
But then when I came, the things were gone. And she was like, oh, I had a friend who came over to come and get her stuff. And I'm like, girl, you did not have any friends who did that. But anyways, that's fine. The story went down like this. So eventually we became like cat and mouse.
Okay.
She was always getting on my nerve because I was like, you know what, I'm not going to keep anything in your fridge anymore and all that. And she was always getting on my nerve. I'll be in my room and then she'll come, hey, get up, go do this, go do this. I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to be like very peaceful with you, but if you get on my nerve, like I've been that patient for a year. And then a year.
Wow.
And then when what I'm about to say happened, we got into a fight.
Oh.
I hate this about me so much. I hate it because it's a dent on my name. So what happened? I was in my room and then this girl came. I went to stay with a friend for like 2 weeks. When I got back, they used my things, left maggot and everything was so nasty.
What?
And I was like, who did that? Nobody owned up. So I picked these things up, washed them, went to keep them in my room. And then she came to my room. You left a plate there. I was like, girl, I did not leave any plate there. When I was going, I kept my things and you guys used it. I don't know who did that, but I'm not owning up for that. So later on, she trashed my plate. A couple of days I was sick. I was in bed. And then I had some plates in the kitchen and she trashed them. And I was like, Cubans don't do that. If they recycle things a lot.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Yeah.
So I went to confront her, like, girl, why did you do that? And she came with her hands trying to slap me.
Wow.
Well, natural instincts.
You
I blocked her hand.
I normally see that in movies, so you really have it.
Good for me. It really came at that time. So I held her hand and I pushed her into her room, and then an electric fan was plugged.
Oh my goodness.
And this girl took it out and she cut me with it.
God.
And I'm like, you know what? You have exhausted my good patience. I'm gonna give it to you today.
Oh my God.
And unfortunately for me, we got into a fight.
Oh my God.
I beat her black blue.
You beat her.
Black blue.
Black blue.
I won't lie about
Blue
that.
and black.
Blue black.
But how are you guys?
I feel bad because I've never seen myself like that.
Oh my God.
I've never seen myself.
I understand how you feel.
I must have accumulated enough to do that.
It happens a lot, between roommates and.
But I didn't expect that. Like, it was just too much. I'm just one person trying to stay sane and trying to get you guys together. Like, don't come at me because
So what
we're
if
two
maybe
foreigners.
you were just accusing her? Maybe she wasn't the one who did that.
I didn't even accuse her. There is this foreigner from the Caribbean. She was the one I directly went to ask because I share my things with her. So I asked her, did you use my things? She was like, no. And I know for a fact that these other girls, when they use my things, they don't. I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. So I get you.
It has happened a lot of times.
Several times. Okay.
And I have taken the time to like, okay, no pasa nada. I'm bored. Let me
But
just
this
do
time
it.
around, it was too much.
It was too much.
So like I want to know, have you guys reconciled? Are you guys okay? That's really important,
Yeah, initially I said that I felt bad after the whole incident. So I texted her, look, you got me to a point where like I really had to deal with you. I'm sorry. That's not gonna happen.
That's really
again.
good. That's really good.
I mean, it didn't have to happen. It didn't have to go that far. And I'm not a person who's violent. But you got me to this point, but I'm sorry.
But you apologizing to her
Of course
first
I did.
is
But
actually
she didn't
mature.
apologize to me. But it's okay.
That's okay. Now you feel good. Your conscience is okay. You feel good. Wow, that's been hectic, guys. Going through this in a country which is not even yours as a foreigner. Okay, so girl, enough of the challenges, okay? We are girls. Let's spice things up. Ready for the question?
Try me.
Okay. I want to know, are you taken? Are you dating? Are you single? Are you married? What are you?
That's
You're a Roman sister.
I wish.
Really?
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
Well, literally not dating at
Okay.
the moment.
Okay.
I'm not dating. I used to say I was dating because I thought Ghana was Cuba. We just say that like if you don't want people bothering you, you just be like, I'm dating.
Okay.
Nobody's coming for you. I like to play that
I,
one.
I can see someone looking at you right now.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh, darling.
So just in case, she said she's not dating, but she's studying. She doesn't want anyone to worry.
If I wanted to be like I'm dating, I would have.
Okay, so let's just say you are dating.
I'm not dating.
Just because we don't want anyone to worry you.
Right. I'm dating.
I'm just helping you as a fellow sister.
Yes.
I can say you are not dating so that they can worry you. You want that?
I'm not dating, so yeah.
You're dating.
I'm dating. Right. I'm dating.
She's dating, period. Okay, so with all these that you've mentioned, do you second guess your stay here in Cuba, or you would like to make some changes?
Of course, every day you wake up and you're thinking, with everything that's going on, do I really want to stay here? I'm just alone and I'm going through all this. The time difference for my family to come in, they can't. So do I really want to be here? And then there's me again. You can do this. You came here for a reason. You gotta stick to it.
Yeah.
And that's the voice that's constantly challenging the odds.
Exactly.
And that's what I want to do. So yes, I second guess myself. But I also want to get this done. Yes, so that's what is the motivating factor that I'm constantly pushing myself. Yeah, and
I believe you. Yeah, God.
Everything is like
possible.
Got it.
Yeah. And so now about social communication, could you also tell us the job opportunities that it comes with?
Yes, of course. Like I said before, you can be a journalist. I don't know if I've said this, but we do coding and a bit of programming in there. So you can actually be a coder, a programmer, anything, data analyst. You can be a content creator, an influencer, a brand manager, anything that you think
and everything.
Media, anything, everything.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah.
You can.
So we want to know, where do you see yourself with respect to social communication? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Wow. Now you've gagged my brain right now. The future is not known.
Yeah, that's true.
On this note, just I want to take 5 seconds of your time to stay silent for a friend of mine.
Okay.
Pastor Samuel Temitayo, who just passed away, and then a doctor who just graduated and then passed away. I said, you gagged my brain. It's because of this. Because the future is unknown. May his soul rest in peace. May his soul rest in peace. The future is unknown. Why am I saying this? I have plans of what I want my future to look like in respect to this career. What I am aspiring to probably do in the future is be a journalist. Like I said before, I want to be a journalist, one who covers war and religion, stuff like that, has money. So this is what I really want to do. So at the moment, I'm trying to learn the technical aspects so that when I'm not employed by any government, they cannot tie me down. I have my voice, and then I can do just that in my own space or whatever. Yes, that's what I want to do in the next 5 years. See myself.
That's a very great
children
aspiration
into the media world.
Wow.
I want to see children a lot in that space. So yes, that is one thing I would say.
Okay.
What I want to do.
Okay, so do you have any advice for our lovely viewers out there?
I mean, I can spare a few, 3 in
Please
particular. Well, the first one, whenever you're praying, please be specific.
Very
be specific.
important.
Why? Because when I said, God, I wanted to go out of my country and go study something, I was not specific. I should have said, God, I want to go to Dubai. Somewhere, I don't know.
Why mention Dubai?
I don't know, I'm just guessing one of them. But be specific. Then the second one is to my lovely doctors who are Ghanaians. I'm saying, we've seen what COVID has done. And if you're learning medicine, pharmacy, or whatever, please take it serious because our future depends on you guys. I know you guys are already great, but I would just love it if you can think of being producers more than probably just service, Producers, think of wide imagination. That's what is my advice.
Broad thinker, think outside the box.
Yeah. Be producers, like you can come up with crazy medicine so that some people somewhere cannot tell us that we have to go down, lockdown, whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, this is what I'm just saying. These are to my lovely doctors.
Okay, thank you so much. I've taken mine.
Then the last one, please enjoy yourself. Let's do that.
In a good way.
Specifically in a good way. Yes, and just thank God all the time. Be grateful.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. Thank you.
Wow, that's been amazing.
Learn a skill. Learn a skill.
Learn a skill. Yeah, very important. Wow, that has been amazing. I've been blessed, let me say, to have you. In fact, I'm sure that those watching are also mesmerized and really happy. I hope you understand the word mesmerized, yeah. I'm really happy to, have watched you, and I'm so grateful for expressing yourself and then, opening up to us. Some people don't.
I trust you on this, so that's why.
You trust me?
I do trust.
Let's trust God. Let's trust God.
We trust Him and we trust Him.
Okay, guys, so we've come to the end of today's show. I have with me here Sena. She said she prefers Sena instead of Anita. And so even if you're Anita out there, that's not your name is not good. She just doesn't want Anita.
I probably may not respond to you though.
Really? Sena? Yeah. She loves to be called Sena, and so thank you guys for watching, and please don't forget to share this video, to like this video, to subscribe this video. It was done specially for you, and so I'll see you guys again, and I love you. We love them all, right? We love you guys so much. Bye.